Harry and Meghan start trembling in fear as Pete Buttigieg threatened to kick them out of Invictus Games. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg will lead the U.S. delegation to Prince Harry's Invictus Games, the White House announced on Wednesday. Buttigieg is to represent President Joe Biden as the head of the delegation traveling to the Netherlands for the Invictus Games events, running April the 16th to the 22nd. The statement released by the White House reads, President Joseph R. Biden Jr. today announced the designation of a presidential delegation to the Netherlands to attend the Fifth Invictus Games on April 16, 2022 in The Hague. The Honorable Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation, will lead the delegation. Also part of the U.S. delegation will be Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, Deputy Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs Donald M. Remy and Under Secretary of the Air Force Gina Ortiz Jones. Buttigieg's husband, Jason Buttigieg, with whom he has 2 children, will also be making the journey to the Netherlands, according to reporting by MSNBC. The announcement comes days after it was confirmed via a spokesperson that Meghan Markle would be traveling to The Hague, Netherlands to accompany her husband for the first few days of the Invictus Games events. Meghan and Harry have attended the last 2 games together, their first in 2017 being one of their earliest joint appearances as a couple. The 2020 Games in the Netherlands had to be postponed for 2 years due to the coronavirus pandemic. Buttigieg's meeting with Harry and Meghan comes after a 2020 speech he gave to voters in Iowa following the Sussexes' announcement that they were stepping away from the royal family and moving to America. I don't know if you've been following the news about the royal family, he said, reported by The Hill. I was thinking how through most of human history the process of deciding who was going to govern a country or a people involved family, involved inheritance, involved a lot of murder and mayhem. Here in the United States, in modern times, it involves something different. It involves the process of deciding where our country will be headed and where our government will be headed involves coming to communities, looking people in the eye, and asking them to caucus for you, and explaining why. I think, in our troubled and turbulent times, it's good to remember that that is a much better way of deciding on the future of our country, rather than what most of human history has been about. In other news, Prince Harry is once being made the target of criticism regarding his and wife Meghan Markle's 2020 exit from the British royal family, an event dubbed Megxit. The Duke of Sussex was labelled a joke by royal commentator Karen Brady of The Sun, who lashed out at the prince for living in the US and assuming the role of a moral guardian. At a time when war is raging in Ukraine, his royal wokeness has become something of a laughingstock, Brady wrote in her latest piece. She went on, we have seen the actions of truly inspirational people in the past few days. The family Harry dumped have shown their subtle, but powerful, support for the brave Ukrainians. Brady called Harry and wife Meghan's efforts to provide relief to Ukrainians, which included several donations, as crass while praising the Queen and Kate Middleton for carefully choosing flowers and clothes that represent the blue and yellow of the Ukrainian flag. The royal expert then slammed Harry's promotional video for the upcoming Invictus Games in the Netherlands in which he was seen in an all-orange outfit, writing, from a man who decided that his new job was to be a moral guardian, playing fancy dress right now makes him seem completely out of touch. Brady's fierce criticism also included remarks such as Prince Harry only has himself to blame for becoming a joke because of the choices he made, and, he wants to be seen as a caring crusader but he has lost touch with one of the most significant characteristics of being royal and that is dignity.